Freedom and beauty to everyone, I am the Technomage, and welcome back to my review of Netflix Avatar The Last Airbender, Episode 8, Legends, Season Finale. So here we are, the end of this first season of Netflix attempt at a live-action adaptation of the now legendary animated series Avatar The Last Airbender. So let's get to it. Now, I don't have a lot of complaints about this episode because it's in on itself a pretty good and faithful adaptation of the original season finale of the animated series. We have the arrival of the Fire Nation fleet, then the preparation and Zuko preparing to infiltrate the Northern Water Tribe, preparation for the battle, Shao tries to play his plan to kill the Moon Spirit, Katara versus Zuko, Shao kills the Moon Spirit, Shao versus Zuko, the Ocean Spirit Kaiju, Jue sacrifices her life, and the end of the battle. And a bit of an aftermath there where Azula finally is unleashed by the Fire Lord, and she conquers Omashu. And we actually saw Bumi on chains. Anyway, in on itself, as I said, it is a very faithful adaptation of the original season finale of the original animated series. But there are a couple of things where they strayed from the original plot, and this is going to sound horribly sexist, but I have to complain about this. First of all, when they are preparing for the final battle, Katara brings all the female waterbenders.
What is what you want? A chance to defend their... Get over yourself, you old fool, and let us get the job done.
And Paco finally accepts to have the women, the waterbending women, assist in the defense of the Northern Water Tribe. Now, why am I complaining about this? First of all, this didn't happen on the original series. In the original series, the female waterbenders did not participate in the final battle. And some people may say it's a good change that they have women participate in the defense of their home, as Katara and Jagoda argument, but this isn't, strategically speaking, is a stupid decision, because all of those waterbending women are the only healers in the Northern Water Tribe. You do not put your healers in the front lines. That's idiotic. I mean, what were they thinking? Yes, I know what Netflix was thinking. More female representation. But this is not how you do it, because from a strategic point of view, from a tactical point of view, it's stupid. You're risking the lives and integrity of the people that are in charge of healing your troops. If they get hurt, who heals them? Ugh. And they participate. They have... Oh, and another thing. Another change they did is this.
Master Paku told us to report to you.
Paku sent you to me?
He told...
You can start by reinforcing that section. If you spot any incoming fireballs, don't try to take them on yourself. Let me know.
Yes, Master Katara.
Yep. They made Katara an unofficial master and officer in this battle. Again, this did not happen on the original series. In the original series, Katara remained by Aang's side. That's how she then later fights Zuko, because Zuko came to kidnap Aang, which he succeeds on because he manages to defeat Katara when the moon spirit, no, sorry, no, that happens, yeah, no, that anyway, Zuko defeats Katara and takes Aang away. Later they fight again to rescue Aang, and that time Katara defeats Zuko. But as I said, in the original series, Katara remains by Aang's side all the time because Aang needed to connect with the spirit world in the northern water tribe oasis, their most spiritual and sacred place, so he could connect with the spirit world and connect with the previous avatars to get to receive a counsel. Here they don't do that, and Katara is made an officer in the upcoming battle. And we have here the female other vendors helping in the defense. As I said, they changed that from the original series. And finally,
You reminded me of that. Airbenders who need training.
But Aang still has a journey to complete, and so do I. After all, the Avatar still has to learn waterbending.
In that case, he couldn't have asked for a better master.
yes, Katara has been made officially Aang's sole water vending master. Now, what's the problem with that? As I said in my previous video about episode 7, The North, Aang, as Katara just said, Aang knows nothing about water vending, and in the original series, during their travels from the southern water tribe to the north, Katara taught Aang the fundamentals on water vending, and then Master Paku completed his training and Katara's. And then from that point on, Katara continued, Katara finished his training, but by book 2, by second season, Aang was a water vendor in only his own right. Here, they just gave Katara all the power over Aang's water vending training. I mean, all that power, all of that responsibility bestowed upon Katara. Now, I know this sounds like I'm nitpicking. I'm going to go into that more in my final thoughts about the season. This series entirely. All right, so that is all I have to say about episode 8, Legends, the final episode of this season. As I said, not many complaints because the episode was in itself very faithful to the original episode. But as I said, it has these minor changes that actually, in my opinion, have a lot of impact. All of this girl power that they are introducing into this series. So my final thoughts about Netflix Avatar: The Last Airbender live action adaptation. It was good. I'm not going to lie. I enjoyed a lot of it, but it feels like this is like the greatest hits from Avatar. But it feels like the greatest hits from Avatar: The Last Airbender, the animated series. They took like the bare minimum to create for the necessary world building, and with those bits, they created all 8 episodes of the season, and then they stretch those bits. As I complained many times before, this series has awful pacing and time allocation. Seriously, it's terrible. Sometimes they give too much time to certain scenes, just stretching them, and fill them with, and they fill them with dialogue and dialogue and dialogue, which goes into my other major complaint about this series. They tell, but they don't show. They tell so much. They describe through dialogue everything when they should be describing it with imagery, with the acting, with emoting. And they don't let the actors emote. They just make them talk. They don't let the story in on itself emote through, not just through the actors, but through music and through the imagery in itself. Like the whole visual cluster of everything that we can see should be emoting to us. But the production of the series does not allow for it because they make everyone just talk, 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 talk. Now, a very large portion of praise that I have to give this series is this: the cast. My God, they did an excellent job with the cast. I have no complaints about the young actors who play most of the younger roles. I mean, Gordon Cornier as Aang, Gawen Tio Tarvel as Katara, Ian Osley as Sokka, Dallas James Liu as Zuko, Maria Shang as Suki, Elizabeth Yu as Azula. All the young actors did perfectly. I mean, I am blown away of how good they were. Because generally speaking, when you have these projects of series of films and you have such young actors who have not a lot of training and experience, sometimes you can tell that they don't have a lot of training and experience, and you can forgive them because, again, they are young. But here, blimey, they are good, and I mean it. They deserve all the praise they can get. And the adult casting, wow. Daniel Day Kim as Firelord Osai, excellent. Now, I have my complaints about Firelord Osai being revealed so soon in the series and so much, but those complaints go to the writers, not to Daniel Day Kim. He did an amazing job. Ken Leung as Commander Shao, amazing. I really hated him. Utkarsh Amtukar as King Bumi, again, another excellent job. I mean, not just his acting, also him, the voice he made for King Bumi, and the makeup work made on him, he was perfect as King Bumi. And of course, the big one, Paul Sun-hyung Lee as Uncle Iroh. Best actor, best character in the entire season. Seriously, my favorite is Paul Sun-hyung Lee as Uncle Iroh. Perfect, marvelous. Now, with whom I do have complaints, and a lot of complaints, it's with the following people: the executive producer, Albert Kim, and the writers, Jabbar Raisani, Dan Lee, Lindsay Liberatore, and Michael Goy. Whatever complaint I had on this series, it's directed entirely to these people. And that's where I'm worried about. That was worries me. And here's why. Here, from the Wikipedia page for article for Avatar The Last Airbender 2024 TV series, executive producers Albert Kim, Jabbar Raisani, Dan Lee, Lindsay Liberatore, Michael Goy. Producers, editors, where are the writers? They don't. But anyway, these are the writers and production companies: Nickelodeon Productions, Ryback, Aberkin Pictures. Now, what's the point I'm trying to make? Now, in my first video, in my first review of, my review of the first episode, I mentioned One Piece, the live action made also by Netflix. Look at this. Executive producers for One Piece 2023 TV series. Matt Owens, Steven Maeda, blah, 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 blah. Eiichiro Oda, the creator of the original manga series upon which this TV live action adaptation is made, is here. He participated actively in the production of this series. As a matter of fact, there is an interview with Emily Roth, who plays Nami, about the scene where she cries and asks Luffy for help. And Eiichiro Oda said that scene was perfect, just as he had envisioned it. And Emily Roth said that she could die happy because she received praise from Eiichiro Oda himself. And here in production companies: Kaiju Productions, Tomorrow Studios, and Shueisha itself. The publishing company of manga who publishes the Weekly Shonen Jump, where the Weekly Shonen Jump magazine where One Piece is published, was also involved in the production of that series because they were protecting their IP. Here in Avatar, Last Airbender 2024 TV series by Netflix, production. In 2018, Netflix announced that a reimagined live-action remake of Avatar was to start production in 2019. The series' original creators, Michael Dante DiMartino and Brian Konietzko, I think I pronounced it correctly, were initially announced to be the executive producers and showrunners. In June 2020, the creators departed the series due to creative differences. This was revealed after DiMartino published an open letter on his own website on August 12, 2020. The pair cited differences in their approach to the show compared with Netflix's vision, also citing a negative and unsupporting environment during their time with the studio. The duo ultimately received writing credits for the first and 6 episodes. Here's the thing. I am extremely worried about seasons 2 and 3 of this series because of this. Whereas One Piece live action adaptation had Eiichiro Oda deeply involved in the production of the series that is based on his work, Netflix Avatar Last Airbender live action adaptation does not have the creators of the original series involved in the production. They weren't even involved at all in these 8 episodes, and they will not be involved for season 2 and 3. And that worries me enormously, because also of this, as I said in this episode, not many complaints except all of the gear power moments and all of the power that has been given upon Katara over Aang. Something tells me that this first season, this series will follow Netflix's usual modus operandi. First season of a new series is great, but it's bait. Bait to drag you into the switch upon when second season will be awful. It happened to Altered Carbon, it happened to The Witcher, It happened to Stranger Things, and it happened to many, many more Netflix projects. And I am so worried they will do the same to Avatar, The Last Airbender. Please, please, please let me be wrong. So this is the Technomage signing off. Thank you for watching. I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye.